Okay, so hi, my name is Christine. I'm getting a breast reduction next week, and I'm guessing that's why you clicked on this video, because you have some level of interest in getting a breast reduction, or maybe you got one and you're recovering and you just are back to binge watching these videos. I think we all do it. It's funny because one of the things I'm going to talk about are the things I'm nervous for, and one of them is recording this video. I'm wearing this outfit because it's actually an outfit I wore recently, and I just wanted to use it as an example of how I try to camouflage my situation. A lot of people, when they found out that I'm getting this surgery, have asked, are they really that big? Do you really need it? Why? They're not that big. And let me tell you, I wear a 34 Triple D, but it doesn't fit. I recently got sized, and they told me, though they didn't even have it in store, after trying to put me into a 34G that did not fit, they said that truly I would be better off with a band size 32 and an I or a J cup. Whatever. So let me just take this first layer off and let them out. So, big boobs means pain and like overall discomfort, which I've been dealing with for really, honestly, as long as I can remember. So my boobs started growing in like 3rd grade, and that's not that uncommon. By the time I got into high school, I think they were like a D. By the time I got out of high school, probably just a double D. But then I do have a history of an eating disorder, and during that time, they went back down to kind of a typical D size probably, but I was like skeletal skinny. That's a whole nother subject, but thankfully I am recovered or in recovery, however you want to put it, and being a healthy weight has also allowed these suckers to grow to the size that they are now. Overall discomfort, walking is uncomfortable. Any form of cardio really is uncomfortable, and for me, I've been an athlete my whole life, so I don't know, it's just this huge hurdle in the way constantly. Okay, so yes, there's the overall discomfort in like the chest area itself, but then also, of course, the pain of wearing bras that are constantly pulling down on your shoulders, messing with your posture. There are so many reasons. Basically, my life will be better with smaller boobs. I've wanted to get this surgery for at least 4 years. I did initially think that I would try to hold out until after having kids one day, because that is something that I want to do. Be able to breastfeed, because like that's the big subject, right? But basically at this point, I am engaged and we do plan on having kids in the future, but not for another like, I don't know, 3-5 years, probably closer to 5. Anyways, I can't keep going through the pain and the discomfort that I've talked about. Like I can't do it anymore. So basically my insurance approved me almost immediately. I went in just to my like regular like family doctor and just told her the situation, like this is where I'm at, this is what I want, like what do I need to do? And she very briefly kind of like looked over me. She looked at the, the marks on my shoulder from the bra straps, asked me about sizing, asked me about pain and like what I had experienced. Then she put in for a consultation. I went to the consultation with the plastic surgeon, and he was like, yep, you're like a perfect candidate for this, like no problem. So the only issue for me was actually getting an appointment, and I did have to wait. I think it's been about 3 or 4 months. So why make this video, right? Like there's so many out there already. Well, for me, I liked binge watching like lots of videos. I liked to see all these different people's perspectives, and everybody does recover differently. We're all shaped and sized differently and everything, but in all the videos I've watched over the past like 4 years, there isn't anybody that I've come across that I related to directly. Age, size, reasoning, whatever, and then beyond all of that, how much they did or didn't prepare. I am the kind of person who likes to over prepare, as my fiance would put it, and so I have done everything kind of under the sun that I think I need to, or that my like future self will be grateful for. And that's the majority of what I want to go into this video. So yes, I am talking a little bit about like me and my past and what's led me to getting this operation, but also like what I'm doing to prepare for it. I guess the next thing that I want to talk about are my hopes going into the operation. I'm hoping to come out of this like a C or a D. The doctor, as they all tend to say, won't guarantee a size. You have to leave a certain amount of tissue behind in order to allow the remaining breast tissue in particular to survive and keep functioning as breast tissue, especially concerning the nipple and not just sensitivity, but the ability to breastfeed. Fortunately, in this day and age, it isn't uncommon to be able to breastfeed down the road once you've fully recovered and everything, though you might not have as much of a milk supply. It's something that I have thought about a lot, and at this point, I just know that it's the right move for me to make that potential sacrifice to better my overall quality of life. Okay, so next, nerves. Going into surgery, I've been told that I need to take out all piercings before I arrive, including this guy. And this, I have my belly button pierced and like my ears, my nose and everything, but those are all easy to take out and put back in. This one is not. So that's one of my concerns. Another of my concerns is the drive home, just because I have read and watched other videos where people talk about how that's like the most uncomfortable part. I will be bringing a pillow with me, which is what has been recommended, and that's about all I can do. Next, sleeping, because I'm like anything but a back sleeper. So what I have done to prepare for that, found a set of pillows from Brookstone called Build a Bed Rest. So this is one of them. This is the piece that goes like behind or under your neck. This big old one that is meant to go under your back behind your head. And then of course with this guy to be more of like a pillow situation. And then further over that way, because I've collected all my things for surgery in this room, there are actually like armrest components as well, and then those like velcro onto the sides of the biggest triangle piece so that you have like kind of a fully supported bed rest position. I mean, it's what I think I'll do best with. The last thing on my worries list is constipation. Yeah. So basically, when you're undergoing a big surgery and it involves anesthesia and pain meds, it's basically like an unavoidable thing. Like you're probably going to deal with some digestive issues afterward. I've done a few things to prepare for that. One is, not one, but 2 bottles of milk of magnesia. So this is like the #1 recommended thing for dealing with constipation. And no, it's not a lovely topic, but like I think all of us, if you're like an adult and you've been alive long enough, have dealt with it at some point, and it's uncomfortable. It sucks. Like, I don't wanna. So I have these on deck just in case. Transitioning right along, all the different medications. So acetaminophen, Tylenol, to pair with oxycodone. So there's 30 tabs of 5 milligrams. I've never taken oxycodone before. So here's for pain. And then they also know that constipation is a thing, so they prescribe Docusate or Colace, whichever. Take 1 capsule by mouth twice daily. So there's that. Okay, and then there's just one of them in this giant thing, but I believe it was for nausea, and I was supposed to take it the morning of surgery, like before I leave the house. So there's all the medications. And then on the same note though, from what the doctors have prepared me with, are these 3 things. So I guess 2 things, because there's 2 of this. These are 2% chlorhexidine gluconate cloths. So there's 2 packs. One is for the night before and one is for the morning of. and I am supposed to wipe down my entire body, focusing on my torso because that's where I'm getting surgery. But it's meant to, well, it says helps reduce bacteria that could potentially cause skin infections. I'm dyslexic, sorry. Anyway, so that's one of the things that I have to do the night before and the morning of, provided by the doctor. So some doctors provide these for you and some don't. Mine did. So at my pre-op appointment, I was given this lovely surgical bra. They just want it to be a size that ends up being enough to give you some compression, but allow for space for gauze and swelling. So here's that. I have also ordered 2 zip-up sports bras. I got them in a size large because it said that that would fit like a 34CD and I think a little bit bigger. Next thing, what have I done to prepare? I've already talked about some of that, but I'm going to go down the list. So I've already picked up the prescriptions, including the wipes and the surgical bra. Next, it's recommended to have something that zips up and that's cozy for after surgery. So I found this, it's North Face. It's just one of those like super cozy jackets. Zip up. I plan on wearing this to and from surgery and probably, I don't know, a lot of recovery. I'm getting so nervous and excited. Ooh. Okay. And then I found this, which I'm super duper excited about. It's a brand I've never heard of. Cervantes. It is, again, very soft and cozy, but it is a zip-up robe. So I don't know about you, but I love and hate robes in that they're so cozy, but I cannot ever get them to like stay on and stay tied. So finding this in like a zip-up version is fantastic, and I'm probably going to live in it for like a week. And then slippers, because why not? So these are, I haven't even taken the tags off yet. Just cozy, something to have while I'm being lazy and recovering at home. Anyways, okay, I have to touch on this just because it's the sweetest thing ever. One of my best friends in the world from back home sent me a care package, and the front of it, these 2 old ladies, and at this point you've probably read it, it says, "Sure, we're getting older, but we're not going to end up as neggy old biddies." And the other lady's like, "I hear ya." And then on the inside, of course, there's the actual card portion, which is super sweet and almost made me cry. And then her response, "There's no way I want to end up with saggy old titties either." She also sent me a Victoria's Secret card, which is funny because their bras will actually fit me after all is said and done. I mean, I think she sent this mostly as like a reminder almost. I mean, she said a bunch about it in the card, but soup. So that transitions into what I have stocked my fridge with for recovery. Soup. A lot of soup. Soup and juice, healthy juices. I also have a vitamin powder. I'll probably write in the description box what it is or put a picture or something. Yeah, juice and soup and brand. Okay, let me check my list. Oh, okay, so the 2 other things that haven't arrived yet that I ordered from Amazon, a bed table, like a lap table, just to make it easier for like eating or, I don't know, watching videos on my iPad or whatever. And then because I know that recovery is going to entail not being able to shower for at least a few days, and then just like sponge baths and stuff, I just know I'm gonna feel gross. And one of the things that somebody else recommended in all of my binge watching, so I can't say for sure who it was, just cotton headbands. So like just something clean and like fresh, like you can put on a clean one to keep your like greasy hair out of your face. And to me, as soon as she said that, I was like, yeah, I need that. I need to do that. So I ordered a pack of like 4 of those. And okay, Okay, I think that's pretty much it from my lists. I don't remember if I touched on this. I am going to have nail polish removed from one finger on both hands. That's just something that they need to have access to your nail. I don't know why. So thanks for watching so far. I hope I've provided you with some kind of useful information, and I hope you stick with me for the journey.